My name is Anthony T. Fischer. I am the team leader here at Long John Silver's in Altus, Oklahoma, store number 31177. I've been here for almost a year, and during the time I've been here, we've had no heat as well as no air. There's been a few times where we've had both, and then there's been multiple times where we've had nothing.
When I came in the store, I noticed it was quite hot in here. Outside, I mean, today it's been over 100 degrees, right around 100 degrees. So, I mean, what is the temperature inside this place with no air?
Inside, in this main lobby, sometimes we peak out at about 96, 97. The side lobby, we try to keep it closed down. It reaches about the same with the lights off and the lights are on here in the main lobby. Back in the kitchen, though, it is extremely bad. It gets anywhere from 100 degrees to 140 at times while we're cooking.
You have employees actually working over a stove in conditions that exceed 115 degrees.
Yes.
And how long are they required to cook in that area?
They are required to cook in that area as long as we have customers that are coming through the door ordering food.
Okay, has this problem been brought to management's attention?
Yes, it has, multiple times. The regional general manager has given us his personal cell phone number to give out to all the customers or anyone who complains about the heat or food, and it's a situation that any management cannot hold.
It's all right for employees to work in this condition, but if it deters the customers from purchasing food from the establishment, then it's considered a problem that's dealt with at a higher level.
Pretty much, but in my personal opinion, it's not right for us or the customer to have to be in this type of situation.
So how long has this situation been going on?
Like I said, I've been here almost a year come September, and I've worked in 35 degree weather, and I've also worked in 140 degree weather.
Okay. And how long is your shift?
My shift is usually from 4 to close, and we close at 10 o'clock.
How many employees are usually working?
Anywhere from 3 to 5 employees, depending on how busy the day is.
So if you get a busy day and you get quite a few customers coming in, and there's 3 to 5 employees, and say your lunch hour, what time does your lunch hour rush go to?
It extends until 3:30 at the latest.
What is the peak of your lunch hour?
Peak of our lunch hour is right at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and the average peak of your lunch hour, how many customers?
Average, we've had 15 cars in the parking lot. That's not to say how many people came in the vehicle, and maybe 6, 7 cars lined up past the drive-thru.
As air conditioning is concerned, is it the whole unit needs replaced, part of the unit? What is the problem?
I believe it's just part of the unit. There's pieces probably missing. There's parts missing from animals messing with it. I believe there's animals inside the vents. I've talked to the regional today and asked if I can go up there and try to trap them to get them away from our building and to keep us from not having a hazardous place.
So at this point, it seems like it would be a situation that needs to be dealt with a professional HVAC, heating, air conditioning.
Yeah, in the kitchen, it's just the heat mostly.
Okay. Has anybody in the kitchen complained about the heat to a point where it has affected their health?
We've all been affected health-wise by the heat. A couple of our employees have actually had to start bringing in their own asthma inhalers because they couldn't breathe back there. The air is dry, it's very hot, cooking right over the fryers. It goes from 100 degrees to 140 in less than a second.
The intense heat has aggravated the health condition for the employees in reference to asthma and breathing.
Yes.
Anthony, I noticed on your badge it said that you're a team leader. So do you feel responsibility not only for yourself but for other individuals in the store in regards to their health?
Yes, I do.
Their safety and their welfare?
Yes, I do.
Okay, is that the main reason that you're speaking up?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's not just mine or theirs, but it's the health and well-being of them and their family members at home, whether it be their kids, their mom, their cousin, sister, aunt, uncle, whatever may have you. the fact that something could happen to us here and maybe someone's young and doesn't have enough points built up for their Social Security where they can have the retired money sent to their kids or family loved ones and they're just starting off in life and they have nothing. So yes, I'm willing to speak up on behalf of the people who don't know how.
Anthony, my biggest problem as far as being a journalist is concerned is, especially when it has to do with employer-employee relationships, is when an employer is putting the health and safety of its employees at risk. The employees are fearful to speak up in regards to the conditions that they have to endure in order to secure substantially gainful income. And based on the employment scale, working at fast food, no disrespect or anything, but that's not really, that's a existence income. It's not a substantially gainful income in accordance to our economy. So they have a tendency to take advantage of their employees because they know that the job means a lot to them, their family, being able to pay the bills, which are usually late, and working the hard hours. So you're being put in a position where you have to work these hard hours for minimum wage and just a little bit more than minimum wage, and you're being presented with these additional stressors, both financial, mental, and physical stressors of heat, and having to deal with heat all day, and then having to meet the demands of the customers. And if the customers stop coming in here because of the 90 to sometimes 100-degree weather in here, I'm sure that they would expedite the repair or replacement of the air conditioning units. So it seems like, to me, it seems like the employee is the bottom man on the totem pole as far as corporate is concerned.
That is true.
So is that the way you feel about it? Do you have any insight as far as?
We are all the bottom man on the totem pole. Yes, we do worry about job security and job placement. Yes, we worry about if we're going to lose our job, why we're going to lose our job. Oklahoma is an at-will termination state, so we all do have concerns. But that being said, we also have a voice and our opinion. Some of us will voice it and some of us won't. I'm one of those who will.
And I appreciate that because, my job, it makes it, how you say, it's hard for me to do my job when people present me with these situations and they're scared to speak up for fear of the corporate retaliation that they may encounter or endure as a result of them, for lack of a better term, but for exactly what it is, blowing the whistle.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think we've done covered most bases here. It deals with the facts, and it deals with an individual who's willing to tell the facts as they are.
That is 100% fact.
All right, thank you, Anthony.
Not a problem.